I'm going to share with you some solutions that I believe will help fix some of the issues we have with the coin collecting hobby. Not only to get the youth involved, but also people my age involved in coin collecting, because there's literally millions of people from all generations that are not involved in the hobby. So stay tuned while we explore several options. First off, check out my last video because I highlight some of the things that are the issues that are hurting the hobby. Some of them are killing it for some people. Main thing about that video was just pointing out some things, you know, but really it's not about not bashing technology at all. Matter of fact, this phone, I'm connected. This phone's with me all the time, and I'm always looking at the phone or answering messages, answering emails, social media. I have groups. I have a help community on my website. So this is going to be the future, and this right here, this device is going to be one of the solutions to the problem. And I think, honestly, a lot of the problem with coin collecting hobby is perceptions. Someone buys something off eBay, let's say my age or close to my age, and they get a bad deal and they're like, I'm done. No more. I bought overpaid. I bought a fake coin or whatever. I'm done. I'm not coin collecting. It's too complicated. That is a problem. So my solution to that is that, remember, one bad deal doesn't make the whole hobby bad. And I get it. But the best thing to do is to go to coin shows. Now, there may not be a coin show in your city, but if you get on coinzip.com, you can find a coin show. And I travel 2 hours, 3 hours to go to a coin show. There's no coin shows in my area either. And I thought about hosting a local coin show and probably will eventually. But the thing of it is I have to travel, and it's worth your effort to take a 2-hour drive or whatever it is and go to a local coin show, meet some dealers and talk with them. Every dealer is not going to appeal to you. We're all different personalities here, but there's going to be a dealer there that you're going to run into, and he's going to explain things to you. And I think that's very important. Also, when it comes to youth, when you go into a coin shop, they need to be treated as an adult. Not that they're adults, but that treated like they're as important as an adult with a bunch of money. A lot of dealers don't care unless you've got money and you're slinging it around. Educating the youth, helping them out, making them feel important, and genuinely doing that, not some fake way of doing things. I know that for us, it's important when kids walk into the shop that they get our full attention. Anything they want to look at, we let them look at them, because, not every kid's going to be interested in coins like filling albums and things like that. So there's got to be other things that they might be interested in. It may be a Superman round, a Batman round. It may be something that relates to their life, something they're interested in, maybe a NASCAR round. I know rounds are not really per se the coins that of choice a lot of people think of as starting a coin collection, but that may be the only way to get interested in putting back a coin. But somehow you've got to relate a coin type with something the kid's going to be interested in. And I also think that there should be games that they can download off of Google Play. I'm sure there's an off of iTunes. I'm sure there's some games, but something to get them to fill a collection. Maybe a Whitman album where they have to do certain things to fill certain dates and mints, and the harder dates and mints to fill take more of skill in a game at certain levels. Maybe that's something that needs to happen. There's all kinds of little things that if the coin collecting community as a whole and the developers that are interested in coins and actually promoting this hobby could come up with some things and create things that's going to interest the youth and get them involved in it. It may not be actually collecting coins. It may just be something related to coin collecting. Another thing is, getting them out to shows. A lot of shows are not advertised very well. A lot of dealers are older dealers, and they're not connected socially. They don't really understand the social media. They're not really up with the times, and I get it. Some of them are just dinosaurs that are never going to change. Not that they're bad people or anything, but they're just stuck in their ways, and they're going to stay that way until they leave this earth, and that's just a fact. Some people are never going to embrace technology. My thing, too, is that at a coin show, the last one we had kind of a scavenger hunt. And I don't know, I guess I kind of felt a little bit of a disconnect to it. Um, the kids were going around and they were looking for certain things and learning certain things, and I thought it was a great thing. I think more of that needs to happen at shows. But it's almost as if, they were just, going through the motions. They're going around looking for things, and the dealers are on the other side of their tables, and the kids are basically walking around like they're disconnected from us. And yeah, they sat down and they would answer some questions or they would try to find a coin. But I think it needs to be more like, for instance, I took my daughter, she's 19 years old. I asked her if she wanted to go. Didn't think she would, to a coin show. It's just me and her. She sat down at that table and she was trying her best to sell a coin. She really got into it. And, that's one of the things that needs to happen. Just because they're younger, let them be a part. If you are a coin dealer yourself and you have children, let them be a part of it. Let them sell a coin. Let them interact with customers if they're interested. Some of these things need to happen. You can even have switch role days where you're the customer and they're the dealer, and role play and do different things like that to get them interested. I mean, if all these kids are at the coin show, they can tag themselves on social media. If they're old enough to have an account, they can tag themselves, because there were some teenagers there. I shouldn't say they were all kids, but there were some young women and young men. They could have tagged themselves on Facebook. They could have shared it on Twitter. That would kind of help get the word out too. Always encourage that. That should be encouraged. If you go to fishing, let's say outdoor shows, or you go to other types of shows, there's actually activities for kids, like a fishing pond or something. There has to be things like that going on at shows. Also, coin shows need to be embracing technology more. Video. I have a vision that video cameras should be allowed in a coin show. They can be set aside in a certain area so it doesn't make other dealers feel uncomfortable, but where product, as far as the coins are concerned, are actual in video. You can have little live silent auctions or live auctions. You can have show the inventory, have commentary. This is what the show's about, and try to involve the YouTube, try to involve Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all social medias together. If you have, maybe it could be like a virtual coin show type account where you have all these social media accounts, and on show day, everybody can tune in and catch what the show's all about and what's going on at the show, and maybe even buy some stuff online and pay through PayPal and it gets shipped out to them. There could be all kinds of little things and contests and stuff like that going. I think trying to appeal to the younger generations and showing people that there's honesty and integrity in the business, because we're never going to change people who are going to take advantage of others. Education is so important in this business, so we have to educate, and it's very important that people learn that there are certain deals that are going to go bad, there are certain deals that are not good, and that has to be another aspect of fixing the hobby. Just education. You're not going to change the world. I'm not trying to change the world. I'm not trying to fix everything, but educating people is going to be the top priority with people, especially my generation, because we're pretty much settled down. I mean, I have a 24-year-old and I have a 19-year-old, so I have two millennials living in our house that, one's going to college, the other one's working, and also have a grandchild. And I understand some of the dynamics with that. But people my age are interested in things like this, but they're afraid, or they're afraid to get ripped off, or it's just one of those things where there's not a lot of extra money. But even with that, there is a way to do it. There is a way to collect. So we need to be appealing to everybody, not just saying it's the millennials' fault or it's because the baby boomers are dying off. Those are all things that you hear thrown around at coin shows. People blaming taxes, people blaming all kinds of things. And, my last video was not the intention of blaming everything, but yet some of the issues that are present in the hobby today. It's not just one generation's fault. Because I do see a future for coin collecting. And I see that the future is going to be more social media driven. It's going to be more online driven. People will slowly, hopefully it'll start a buzz with coin collecting. And I'm not saying that it's going to be equal to going to Comic-Con or anything, but there's nothing wrong with having a Coin-A-Con. Make it interesting to the point where they want to go to the show. There's something interesting for them. They're learning things about coins. I think coin shows need to transform. Just having dealer tables at coin shows, there's nothing wrong with having just a coin collector's show. Basically, we're all coin collectors coming together. Yeah, there can be some coins for sale, but what about just having basically a coin collector's show where people come to see coins, to learn about coins, and to interact? It could even be something as simple as let the younger generation have their own tables. Give them tables. Let them set up with their coins. Let them set up with their displays. I mean, the whole show, just for them. Let them be the adults for once. Let them show off what they have. Let them interact with customers. Let them sell coins. Let them teach. You know, one of the best ways of learning about coins is actually teaching people about coins, because you got to do your research. You got to look up your facts. You know, I think that's another consideration. I don't even know if it's going to take a game show. I don't know, you know, a live game show or whatever, but whatever it takes, someone's going to come up with a vision and maybe take this hobby to another level that it's never been to before. Hopefully this brought up some things that maybe will help put ideas in people's heads that run these shows. That way we can make the coin shows a lot more interesting, get the word out to change the hobby, because it's going to transform. So thanks for watching my latest video, and please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and have a great day.